Discord. Oh, look who it is. It's my friends again. It's Benson. Good morning, folks. Got a couple of folks watching in chat. How you doing this morning? A poll for you folks this morning. Did you watch the Super Poll, the Super Bowl, the Super Backer, anything? It's Monday. We're going to talk a little morning magic stocks. Are you ready? Are you ready to talk a little morning magic stocks? Good morning. Benson is in the house. Glad to have you with us, good sir. Thanks for joining in here this morning. It's Monday, February 13th. Just one day to go before the Valentine's Day. I hope you guys are ready. Chocolates, cards, all the good stuff. Sweets for your sweet. Shoes for your feet. And magic cards, which are always neat. Ah, that's right. Holy smokes, we got a poll going here today. It's Monday. We're going to just take a second to arrive on the channel with you folks here. I've got my cup of coffee here, courtesy of Murray Cooper, the Freetreons. Monday morning coffee program for you folks today. How was the weekend? What did you get up to? Leave me a shout in the comments section below. I hope you guys are just ready to ease into Monday. We're going to take it nice and slow. We're checking the price of Hasbro stock here this morning. We're going to have a look at the movers and the shakers list here for you folks. But before we do that, we should warm up with a couple of AI generated magic cards. There's some good ones here this morning. Let's go. Let's check them out. Here's what we got. We got the Commode twins. Commode twins? We should have a sip of coffee. Now, I'll let you know how it works here, folks. I know your time is precious. I know your time is valuable. I know you've got places to go and people to see and things to do, so we are not going to mess around. If there's any gibberish on the card whatsoever, we fail it. We don't have time for that. It's a serious show with serious people. And you folks, the amazing fans of Magic the Gathering who love the game as much as I do, joining us, the 205 of you amazing subscribers. If it's any gibberish on the card, we fail it. We get rid of it right now. Get it out of here. We got no time for that. If it's playable or otherwise decent, even if it's overcosted or maybe we can't quite see if it's that good, we'll give it a pass. But let's check it out. We're going to start out here with El Commode twins. The Commode twins. It's like the Commode bear. The Commode twins. A black, it's a Mardu card. A black, a white, and 3. For this sorcery, a whopping 5 mana sorcery. This will cost you a few to play it, I'll tell you that. What do we get for our 5 manas? Just gonna check the chat. What do we get for 5 mana? Check the Discord. Friend request. I will check the Discord. Hit me up on the Discord. Okay, target creature gets plus X plus 0 until end of turn, where X is the number of allies you control. And it's got rebound. If you cast a spell from your hand, exile it as it resolves at the beginning of your next end step. You may cast it from exile without paying its mana cost. Holy smokes. I think we should have let's give this a dinger. We gotta give this a dinger. Man, that's not bad. Well, nicely done. It appears somebody has finally come up with something decent. All right. That's you know how many jobs we can save with this card design? Oh my goodness. It's just a straight up rebounding sorcery. It's good. XO allies. Of course, allies are gonna have to come back, right? It's like rebels. Rebels, allies. It was a viable deck once upon a time, the Rebel deck. I would like to revisit it. How about you? Okay, well, let's keep going. I know we've got to have a sip of coffee. Let's have the first one. Here we go. Let's make it a good one. We're going to look at this card right now. Justice Angel. Let you feast your eyes on this one here, folks. It's a 4/4. 4/4 for 6 manas. Trample, 2 white, and 4. All right. The flying creature's got trample. When it enters the battlefield, you get to create a 2/2 green wolf creature token. Angels and wolves together at last in a dynamite sandwich. Available now. Whenever a creature deals damage to Justice Angel deals that much damage to each player or planeswalker. Hence the name Justice Angel. But okay, whenever a creature deals damage to it, it deals that much to each creature, player or planeswalker. Just put a spirit link on it. It's got like the Boros Reckoner effect. And 8. Return Justice Angel from your graveyard to the battlefield tab. Seeded with Justice. This seems okay. I think I'm going to give this a pass. Unless anyone's objecting, this thing is... It seems busted, but like, if it's dealt damage by a creature, it deals that much damage to each player. Good morning, my saucy group of friends. It's a pleasure to see you here this morning. Super fast. Thank you for joining our world of spirits in human form, enjoying some cardboard discussion this morning. We know you've got places to go and people to see, but thank you for dragging Brody along for the ride. We're just checking out some magic cards. What do you think of this one? The Justice Angel. This 4/4 for 6 mana, 2 white and 4 trample. When it enters the battlefield, you get a 2/2 green wolf for 6 mana. Yeah, for 6 mana, something should happen, and that's a wolf creature token, I guess. That's what you get. So wolves and angels, and then whenever creature deals damage to Justice Angel, it deals that much damage to each player or planeswalker. I mean, Spirit Link it, if you will. 8 gets to return it from the graveyard to the battlefield. Tapped. I don't think it's too bad. I think we could give it a pass. Yeah, right. It reanimates itself. 8 mana, but who knows? Like, I mean, there's gonna be a way to do it, right? Maybe you're playing it in Tron. Maybe it's a reanimator target. I don't know. What do we got here? This thing's okay. Fall of the Final Land. Where's the land at? Gotta check this out. What are you guys up to this morning? What are you heading out to do? It's February 13th. We got the Fall of the Final Land. Here's what is a land? I'm not sure, but we're bound to find out. Cycling 2, you got a blue and 1 into it. Untap your untap step. I don't know. Get out of here. Got my finger on the button for this one. Tap face down creatures you control. Get +1/+1 till end of turn. Oh, so close. Like there is no lords for morph, right? There's nothing that gives any face ground down creatures +1/+1. You know, this just occurred to me. Like something just occurred to me right now. And I'm gonna bring this up. Something just occurred to me, and I'm gonna share it with you because like that's the way I roll. It's February 13th. Phasing is coming back, but I think Morph is coming back. What do you think? Leave me a comment in the comment section below. Did you guys watch the Super Bowl this weekend? We're checking out some AI generated magic cards this morning. Give them a pass and or fail, and seeing this card really makes me sort of think of that. Do you think that Morph is coming back? I gotta ask the question. Do you think Morph will return to MTG? Let me know. I sort of think it will. I'd love to see a card like this one here that we're looking at, especially on a land. Like it's Fall of the Final Land. Its only part has got gibberish on it. So untap your untap step. We got to fail it. Unfortunately, we got to fail it. But I do like the second part of the card here. It says face down creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. Did you guys watch the Super Bowl? Anyone? Anybody? 67% said yes. Hello, Mr. DJ Long. No, on the morph. Phasing maybe. Vincent says no, we're not getting morph back anymore. We want morph back. We do. We want morph to return. We need it back. It's got to come back. We're checking out some AI generated magic cards. How you doing, DJ? Thanks for joining in. Really, these params. I got these params set up just weird this morning. Like gonna have to correct some sizing issues in my chat box. Let's take another look at a card here. What do we got? This one here, Diamatic Shroud. Diamatic Shroud. This one seems kind of interesting. What does it do? It's red. 1 red and 4 for the Diamatic Shroud. It's better be an enchantment card, because if it's not, I'm not interested. Bible Instant. Okay. It's got a cool picture on it. It's like got this beardy guy. I like it. I like it. Let's zoom in on the beardy guy. I like the Tribal Instant. All right. Seplarus. Creatures you control get +0/+0. Until end of turn, untap all creatures you control. Diametric Shroud, get out of here. The thing's no good. We don't want this. This sucks. We don't want this. That's the best red mythic ever, Mr. DJ, right? Yeah. Mr. DJ Longhair, how's it going? This is the best red mythic ever you like? I mean, I love the art on this boy. Look at him go. He's got his sword. He's got yeah, he's ready to head down a cave. Look at him go, eh? No, we gotta give it a fail. Let's go on. Another something better for you folks here this morning. Let's check it out. Planar strike. Planar strike. Seems viable. We could strike the plane. Planar strike, 1 red and 2 instant devoid. Oh my gosh. It's almost in French. Celeprice? I don't know what Celeprice is. Untapable creatures is not bad, but the +0/+0 doesn't really make sense, does it? Yeah, it's bad, eh? Celeprice, that's the gibberish, right? We got to fail it on Celeprice. If we weren't such silly humans who knew what Celeprice was, then maybe we could pass it, but on account of us not knowing. This one's Yo Opponents or Yock's Opponents. Yo Opponents ACN cards may choose more color. Spirits you control gain hexproof until end of turn. Look at the top of the cycle. Shuffle it into its owner's library at the base seam abilities. Wow. Get out of here. Let's get this thing out of here quick. Yo Opponents. Yo Yocks. It's like the French for plural, maybe. I don't know. Y'all opponents, ACN cards may choose our color. Spirits you control gain hexproof until end of turn. That works. Look at the top, the cycle. Shuffle it into its owner's library at the base seam abilities. Planar Strike had such potential. The art on it looks cool. It's got some ship. Look at somebody striking it with a beam of some kind. It looks pretty sweet. Almost looks like Boba Fett or something getting in for 1. Gotta fail it. No, sorry, can't do it. No way. It's gonna be an interesting show here. I got some articles for you and a couple I told you so's. It'll be fun. Here's the rest of the art for the card. Hello. Okay, so this is what we got. Look at this. Hello. Oh, wow. What's going on here? Got the ship. It's coming in. It's shooting at the plane. Wow. Awesome art. I like that. Let's just take a minute and have a little sip of coffee. Or Halo to properly translate that card, right? Oh man. All right, what else we got here this morning? Morning. Wastes. A nice copy of Wastes. I'm glad they did the Wastes. Looks like some barren wasteland. Oh, I wonder if Gaming Bob is in the house. Where's Gaming Bob at this morning? It's Monday. I wonder where he's at. Hopefully he's traveling well. Wishing you folks a pleasant Monday here this morning. Thanks for joining me. It's Brody. It's Monday morning. It's Friday the 13th. We're checking out some AI generated magic cards with you. Simple Plains here. Hanging with the DJ Benson, a couple other folks. This morning, what do you think? We can give this a pass. I do think the simplicity of the lands. We haven't failed a basic land yet, so let's try not to. Here's the land. What we've got. What do we got here? Zivora Irish Champion. All slivers have at the beginning of your upkeep return target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand because slivers needed more support if you weren't sure. This 3/2 frog is a red, a blue, and one. Slivers, all slivers have at the beginning of your upkeep return an instant or sorcery from your graveyard to your hand. This card, it is easy to overlook this little frog. Its ability to turn up anywhere makes it a nuisance. Its power is derived from the small amount of slivers it is absorbed. So this frog goes around and eats the slivers? Crazy, it absorbs them. This is it's got, looks like it's got some graffiti on the side of the frog. Gooey little buddy. All right, well, I like the card. What do you think? We could pass that. Not really any gibberish on there. I like it. Okay, let's check this one out. War Scourge. War Scourge. Man, this is a crazy AI cards, right? These are computer generated cards here this morning. White card, War Scourge, Enchantment Aura. LOL on this frog is busted, right? Giving slivers. I mean, it's not, at least it's not a sliver, it's a frog that goes with slivers. Check out the War Scourge. At the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice Mano. Oh man. I think this should say another creature. Let's just say sacrifice another creature. Enchanted creature gets +0/+3. Ugh. Even though this isn't good, it's playable. Its mana cost is really high. At the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice Manotro creature. Ah, it's bad. Let's get rid of it. Okay. We can fail it on account of gibberish. Gibberish and gibberish. No gibberish here this morning. We're not going to take it. No way. All right, let's do it. It's Monday morning. We're checking out these AI cards. What else do we got here? Earthbringer. Ooh la la. Man, I'm getting kind of scared here. This is a friggin' 9 mana spell here. 9 mana permanent vampire rogue. Holy smokes. How'd you like to wake up next to this in the morning? Earthbringer. Rah! Hook in her hand and everything. 9 mana, Vampire Rogue. I got up on the Luxa. Now, this, if you don't merely as the world before our doom. When Earthbringer enters the battlefield, create a 2/2 green boar creature token for each creature card that player controls. And all permanents you own. Okay, does this work? Does this check out? When it enters the battlefield, create a 2/2 green boar creature token for each creature card that player controls and all permanents you own. It needs to say choose target player, first of all. Then it would work. You could say when Earthbringer enters the battlefield, choose target player, then create a 2/2 boar creature token for each creature card that player controls and all permanents you own. So you'd get one for every permanent you have, and then one for each permanent target or creature card target player controls. I like the idea for 9 mana. Like if you can see, this is what I'm talking about. Another single awareness day for most. Don't forget Valentine's Day tomorrow for your someone special. That's you. That's you. That's you, Bob. You special. Someone who is special. You're here. I was hoping you'd join us here this morning. Happy Monday the 13th. Happy Monday the 13th pre-Valentine's Day warm-up. We're hanging out with the friends and you guys. Thanks for joining us here this morning, taking a look at some magic cards. We almost gotta fail this sucker. We almost got to fail this sucker, this Earthbringer. Bob, it's good to see you. Glad you're here. How are you in Ohio? Where are you? I thought you were in Ohio. I wanted to ask. Where are you coming from this morning? Do you think did you watch the Super Bowl, and do you think that Morph is coming back? Maybe Morph could come back. Phasing, perhaps Earthbringer, I think we got to give this a down. When Earthbringer enters the battlefield, create a 2/2 green boar creature token for each creature that player controls and all permanents you own. Doesn't say to target a player. If it did, I think we would be okay. But on account of that, 9 mana just about wins you the game. It should. At that cost, give us a nice forest. Let's have a sip of coffee. Gaming Bob? Valentine's Day. Too confusing. I am in Ohio near Cleveland. Did not watch the Super Bowl. I thought you were in Ohio. How is it going there? I hope everything is going good in Ohio. I heard some news about Ohio, and I'm it's trending. Ohio is trending right now, so everybody's sort of watching what's going on in Ohio. Hope you're doing well this morning. I think we give this let's give this card a pass. I like the forest. These are some tall trees here. Get yourself some chocolates for Valentine's Day. Check this out. We got some gobos, folks. We got this card, Gown Walker. All right, a 1/1 for a black and 1 Goblin Rogue. I'm so optimistic. We may have ourselves a card here. Let's read it. When Gown Walker enters the battlefield, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a creature card, put it into your graveyard. That'll work. It's like a mini Stitcher supplier. Stitcher supplier is way better if you're trying to get stuff into the bin, but the Gown Walker could be that for limited. Why don't we give that a pass? Let's walking around in the gowns. I guess this guy just like was on a hospital bed. When do they drop the fourth quarter info? Fourth quarter info is coming on the 16th. The 16th. No, I just see Ohio is trending right now on the tweet machine. I think there is something to do with some rail cars, and there is something to do with something in Ohio. It's trending. It's on the tweeter box. Ohio is trending. I thought you were there. I just let you know that we're watching. Just like this, Genuine Grigger. What is this card? Uh 5 mana 3/5 for the zombie, Genuine Grigger. What's cooking with this? How would you like this zombie to be cooking you breakfast this morning? OMG. When Reunine Grigger enters the battlefield, create a 3/3 red egg creature token with indestructible. You get an egg. This seems okay. The egg can attack and block too. It's not like it can't attack or block. Yes, it was chemicals. Okay. Battle Box is Thursday, something about the trains. Yeah, it was something about the trains. Yeah, some trains. Well, this card's decent. I'm gonna give it a pass. Let's give it a pass here, folks. I gotta get myself out there. Um, this Grigger. Is there anything else here this morning? Grave with Mist. This one here, I think we saw it last week, but we'll read it again for you, folks. 2 manas. When a source you control deals damage to an opponent, you may exile up to 1 target creature card from your graveyard. You gain life equal to that card's mana value. Oh, Deece. Now that's a decent card, I'll tell you. And of course, a Beauty Mountain. Hey, good morning, folks. It's Friday. No, it's Monday the 13th. Good thing it's not Friday. It's Monday the 13th. Take that, Friday the 13th. It's Monday the 13th. It's Monday. It's fine. I'm happy to be here. We're gonna take the look at the price of Hasbro stock. You don't have time to waste. Let's do it. A few I told you so's over the weekend. It's funny. I seen people chatting about the Vorinclex card after we mentioned it on the 8th, I think. We talked about the Vorinclex card for a good 20 minutes. And we'll maybe take another look at it again too, but Like we were talking about the fact that it was the Carnage Tyrant. It's the Carnage Tyrant of its time right now. It's the 6 mana, 6 toughness, green bomb that is big and limited and overpriced and is just going to get hit with a reprint at some point in time. Let's take a look at the high price of Hasbro stock this morning. We're waiting for the fourth quarter earnings to come out. That's going to come out. That must be Thursday. Thursday. So it's happening Thursday. We'll have something to talk about over on the round table, Mr. DJ. Price of Hasbro stock today is sitting at, and this is the other thing. Is like this is like the hill we've been like camped out on for a few months here, right? We're like sitting here. We're like Brody is gonna sit here and we're gonna check the price of Hasbro stock every single day. And we're gonna wait and we're gonna count down and we're gonna see some trends and we're gonna see what's happening as we draw closer to this fourth quarter earnings. We want to have a good look. We're sitting on this hill. Is this the hill you're willing to die on? I don't know, but it's sure an interesting one from this perspective. Hasbro stock is down. No, it's up 0.97, just about 1 point today. It's up a point. Let's get my Epic pen out here. And like, see, we got the stock tests happening. We got this chart and this pen that I was really epic I can use. See this level here? This is the 2020 support line. Do you like checking the prices of Magic cards? Do you want me to do it for you? Because I'm doing it every day anyway. We're going to take a look at some of the movers and the shakers here today. We're going to take a look at the price of Hasbro stock. We're going to tie it all together for you folks because that's what we do here on the channel. Do you like checking the prices of Magic cards? Is there too much information? Is there enough information? I don't know. Sometimes I think maybe there's just a little more than we need. But look at this. This is the resistance level. We've been pointing to it over and over again, week after week. It's this $49 to $59 level right here that we saw it dip down in 2021. And then here it is right now. And we're waiting to see if we're going to get a break to the upside or a break to the downside. Now, it's not unheard of that these things kind of travel in channels. That's like a stock term, these channels. Stocks can trade within a channel and sort of ding off of a support level. Right now, we're sort of seeing like this support level at the $55 to $60 mark, and we're trying to see if we're going to get a break to the downside. Most people expecting that that's where we're going to get a break. We're going to get a break to the downside. Is it going to go up just a little bit first? It may head up, but how low is it going to go? Now, people say, what happens when the price goes low? If it goes to like the 28 to $30 level, right? This is this is what we're waiting to see. How low is it going to go? How bad is it going to get? And how long is it going to take to steer this ship? And how bad is it going to be for local game stores? Is yours going to get closed down too? Sadness. But are we going to be able to buy some of these high-end reserve list cards on sale once the big stores that are carrying all the inventory finally decide they need to pay rent and they put that stuff on sale? I don't know. But I'm willing to find out and I'm willing to hang out with you folks here. And this is where we're going to bring it all together. We're going to take a look at a few things here. And I know I've showed you this. See, this is where we get the better charts. We get a few more charts for you folks. And I like that. We get to look at a few charts in the morning and see we're drawing nearer and nearer to that February 16th. So we get to look at the same chart, just a little bit of east-west price movement and not a whole lot of volatility in the Hasbro stock. But I mean, that's going to change. I'm pretty sure everybody's waiting for the volatility to appear on that Hasbro stock. We've looked at this chart again, and we'll look at it again, and we've looked at it again, and let's look at it again. Periods when to make money. So this is something I found. It comes if you move Brody's head. If I just step out of the way a little bit, and if you're sort of new to the show here, I like looking at this chart because I just sort of found it right behind me here, right, sort of right there. There's a date on the chart. and it says 1875 right here. I'm sort of covering it up. And then like there's like this algorithm. Like this has been a popular word in 2023. Algorithm, right? Algorithm. What is the algorithm does this and the algorithm does that. It used to be the cloud, used to be a good reason. Did you do your homework? It's in the cloud. Don't worry. Did you go down to purchasing and get a purchase order? Or did you just go to the store and charge it? I put it in the cloud. Just tell people that it's in the cloud. License and registration, sir, it's in the cloud. Oh, it's on the cloud? No problem. Carry on. Algorithms. Algorithms are very popular. Well, here's an algorithm and there's all kinds of books with logarithms and stuff too. But this is sort of one of those things. It's a repeating set of numbers. Across the top here, it says, on this side, it says periods when to make money. And it's got these recurring days here, right? So A, B, and C. So A is years in which some kind of a panic has occurred, right? And that's like a shock to the economy. But the point that I like to point out is like these numbers in between the dates. It's like a repeating set of numbers. It's 18 years, 20 years, 16, 18, 20, 16, 18, 2016, and so on. So it goes on. And then like there's a chart inside here. B is the years of good times, high prices, and the time to sell stocks and the values of all kinds. So this is when stuff is expensive. And then there's like the same sort of a set of numbers in between 8 years, 9 years, 10 years, 8 years, 9 years, 10 years. So like here's this rhythmatic sort of a chart here. And then C is like years of hard times, low prices, good time to buy stocks and corner lots. And like this circled year here is 2023. So this is where we're at. Things are going to be cheap for a while. It's going to be a struggle. Well, then we got a 3-year period going up to 2026. So when people say how low can that stock go, Brody? It could go quite a bit lower. And that means like we're not like completely out of the woods yet. If you thought it was time to like jump in and buy stuff on the reserve list, I wouldn't suggest doing that. Averaging down has always been a good strategy. Averaging down. So based on some of these charts, we see that we've got time to spend watching the market. Let's check the stock desk here because we got a new article here from Argent, and this is a card that we've been talking about it here. I mentioned it a couple of times, and we had a lot of discussion. It was Brody's pick 2 weeks ago. It's finally made its way onto the weekly winners list. So we've got a list here from Argent here. We're going to read for you with Mercurial Spell Dancer, Contagion Engine, and Solemnity. Yeah, that's right, Solemnity. Solemnity's finally made it onto people's radar. They got an article on it come out on February 9th. It was Friday, but you know what? Our work here is early. We have no time to waste. We've got stuff to do. Travis Meyer's in the house. The Twiddler's here, and Thursday is going to be epic. You're right. Travis, morning time capsule. Thanks for you folks for joining us. Travis Meyer, time capsule. Welcome to the show. Coffee in hand. The band is in the back warming up. We're getting ready to take a look at the weekly winners from last week. Taking a look at Brody's pick, finally made the list. Solemnity. It's okay. We're about 2 weeks early on that one, but if you guys were here, you'd have heard about it. We were talking about that, and with this venerated rot priest, Benson was talking about that card. I don't know how busted it's going to be, but has anybody figured out how to break the arena machine with the venerated rot beast? I'm sure they have. Let's have a little sip of coffee. Thanks, Travis, arriving here on the show safe and sound. Time capsule. Good morning. Let's take a look at this article from Argent. The weekly winners had 2 awesome articles come out. We talked about 4 multipliers last week, and we're looking at they're looking for some more writers to round out written content. If you guys write articles, you want a job, call these guys up. They're hiring. If you can spit game on Magic cards. Number one, Mercurial Spell Dancer. It's $7.17. It's 157% to the upside, and it's blue. It's one blue and one, and it's a 2/1. It's got the Savannah Lion stats. Shout out to Savannah Lion. Can't be blocked. When you cast a creature spell, put an oil counter on the Mercurial Spell Dancer. When Spell Dancer deals combat damage to a player, you may remove 2 oil counters from it. If you do, when you cast your next instant or sorcery spell this turn, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. It's a Snapcaster that can't be blocked. It's a slow caster mage. It's a slow caster mage. It's the first example. That's what I'm going to call it. Sorry, Phyrexian Rogue. It's neat. It's tribal. It's rogue. It doesn't have flash. It can't be blocked. That's okay. It's good in Commander because it can't be blocked. You can put swords on it. Why not? Let's go. First example of an all will be one card. We're seeing a price movement because of its potential play. It's unblockable. Phyrexian Rogue is fueled with oil counters, so you can cast non-creature spells. Then counters can be used to copy your next instant or sorcery spell whenever it deals combat damage to a player. First, this card is good at Commander. A Spellslinger index. It can crackle with power, can end the game pretty quickly. What's this crackly with power? Crackly with powder? Crackle with powder deals 5 times X damage to each of X targets. You still gotta pay X. We're already seeing data from EDH Rec showing up where people are experimenting with it with Edric, the Spymaster of Trest, and Yellow, the Painter, and Nira, the Wild Mage. These 3 creatures are sort of supporting this Mercurial Spell Dancer. Let's take a look. I mean, who knew this legendary elf rogue? Okay, rogue, vampire, elf, shaman. So we got elf, rogue, tribal happening. Whenever a creature deals combat damage to one of your opponents, its controller, you may draw a card. Okay, so Edric gives you the Spymaster ability. And yellow, the Vampire Assassin, Death Touch. Your first instant sorcery spell you cast each turn has Casualty 2. As you cast a spell, may sacrifice a creature with power 2 or greater when you do copy the spell. Okay. Every work of art is a hit. And folks, Thursday will be epic. Okay, Nero the Wild Mage, this legendary human elf shaman, the 2/7, the biggest butt for one red, 1 blue, and 4. Whenever you cast a spell, you may put it on the bottom of its owner's library. If you do, I love these cards that like they read like a bedtime nursery rhyme. Hey, whenever you cast a spell, you may put it on the bottom of his library. If you do, reveal the top card of your library until you reveal a non-land card. You may cast that card without paying its mana cost and then put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. This ability triggers only once a turn. Nira. She's got pig hair. Pretty cool card. I'll take it. This one, this guy's looks inviting. Vampire assassin. Blood on the looks like somebody's blood on the wall. All right. There's more going on here with Andira Menguchiri mentioned on Twitter. Okay. It's the new Dreadhorde Alchemist. Oh, okay. We just finished saying that. It's like a slow caster mage. It's like a Dreadhorde. But that's okay. Some people are saying that the Spell Dancer is even better. And what's also interesting is to note that Andrea has included a copy of Minor Misstep in a deck list that we're about to see. While slowly starting to look at this card being played in Modern Legacy, you can watch Andrea play the deck in a video here on YouTube. Cool. Here's the deck. Brazen Boar, Murktide, Regent, Mercurial Spelldancer, Dragon Rage Channel. It's a Murktide deck. Oh, exciting and expensive. Super fast. Got to check out for my appointment. I'll see you later, Brody. Cheers, super fast. Have a great day, buddy. Peace to you, my man. Take care. We'll talk to you soon. We're going to take a look at the rest of this DRC list. Looking on Reddit, it seems people also play Mercurial Spelldancer in Modern. And while we don't know yet whether it's here to stay in these formats, people are flocking to pick up their copies since this Phyrexian creature is not easily reprintable and thus may see a reprint for some time. Okay, the only thing that I have to say is this. Is it better than Ledger Shredder? No. No, it's not. There it is.
Buy low, sell high, that's my motto. I may just quit my job at the power plant and become a full-time stock market guy.
Is it better than Ledger Shredder? No. No, it is not better than Ledger Shredder. So I somewhat agree. How much better? How much? Yeah, I don't think it's better than Shredder, but it's okay. I'll tell you what, it does sort of fit in a turns deck. It would definitely fit in a turns deck. It would also work with a card like Curious Obsession. I don't see why they're not playing that card. Where's Curious Obsession? It reminds me of a deck that used to be played with the Curious Obsession, and I think it was Slither Wisp. It was the snake that can be blocked, the 1/3, and Curious Obsession. It's okay. It's not better than Ledger Shredder, if you ask me. But let's go on to see what this Contagion engine has written about it, and then that really is going to get us on to Solemnity, because I'm itching to hear read that one. Contagion engine is $20, up 61%. It's a 6-mana rock that says when it enters the battlefield, put a -1/-1 counter on each creature target player controls. Pay 4 and tap it to proliferate, then proliferate again. This is the proliferation station, if you ever seen one. All right, well, let's check it out. Why talk a lot about this card? I think we know that the Contagion engine is popular at the moment because obviously we're the one with a poison theme, and the Contagion engine puts -1/-1 counters on your opponent's creatures right away, and then every single turn you get to proliferate those. While you're proliferating away, why not increase the number of poison counters on your opponents and add more oil counters on your permanents, more loyalty on your planeswalkers? There's plenty of stuff to do here, right? Right? In Commander, it's already popular to include Atraxa, the Predator's Voice, the Scorpion God, and Harpatra, the Vizier of Poison's deck. In Phyrexia, all will be one. I expect that this card will also find home in Tekuthal, Inquiry Dominus, and Zuri, Stalker of Spheres deck. Atraxa's popular commander, so anything that does synergy with the counters, definitely going to see this proliferate mechanic get abused all over the place. Interesting, waiting to see what's going to get banned. The card was also mentioned in a recent command zone where they discussed the power level and strategies around infect and poison counters since the release of Phyrexia All Will Be One. And as we've seen before, Command Zone and Game Night certainly has the ability to affect prices. Oh, great. Do they? I don't watch the show, but maybe I should watch it. I know what it is. I've seen it. I saw it at Magic 30, and I watched a little bit. But it's funny because play a game on the weekend, and when somebody's running a pre-con deck, I did get to run against a counters deck. It's almost too fast because it puts everybody on a 10 life clock. When everybody's looking over the one player who's playing poison and nobody has a way to remove it, it kind of head shrinking in the game. Instead of dealing 20 commander or 40 conventional damage, like, it puts everybody on a 10 turn clock, and it's kind of hard to get rid of. So, kind of changing the game, which brings us to a card that we've talked about enough times. Solar. How you doing this morning, Solar? It's Monday. It's the 13th of February. Where is this rue everybody's talking about come from? Players can't get counters. Oh, I'm stoked to talk about this card. I really am. The enchantment card from Amonkhet, really cool. I like it. I think this is probably the best tech in the games, considering its early, let's say, its early acceptance in the world of Magic when it was printed was already pretty high. People used it with combo on Phyrexia and Unlife, and there was already like instantly some combos that started working with this card to make it playable, regardless of being good against poison. So let's discuss it. 23% uptick. We talked about this card when it was about $3 to $4. It's sold out in all the vendor stores, so unless you bought it more than a couple of weeks ago, you probably won't even be able to find a copy of it online. So far, we've discussed the winner from Phyrexia, but nobody wants oil counters, and a card that wants to stop wants you to increase getting counters on permanence players. This is a card that's trying against that. Solemnity prevents counters from being placed on players, artifacts, creatures, enchantments, or land. No poison counters, no oil counters, no counters except on planeswalkers. Planeswalkers can have counters. The weekly winners from April 20th. This card also had a spike when it went from $1.60 to $5 for the introduction of a new ability of counters on a Coriolera Behemoth with Menace, Lifelink, Death Touch, and etc. counters. So the fact that Wizards went into like a lifelink counter and a death instead of like a creature gains death touch, they like tokenized the death touch or the lifelink or any of these abilities. It gets a death touch counter, gets a lifelink counter, so you can then move that ability around. So the tokenization of these mechanics also made the Solemnity card good, and immediately shooting it up to over $6. Now it enables a couple of combos that we already know about and have talked about, but why do we see it being worth something? Well, the most common combo is with Phyrexian Unlife that says you don't lose the game for having 0 less life, and when as long as you have 0 life, all damage to you is dealt as though it had infect. So you can't get counters. It's basically the same mana cost as the card that combos with it, which makes it very easy to play. If you can cast one, you should be able to cast the other one. If not right away, but at least on the next turn. It also works with Praying Shield. If you would be dealt damage, put that many delay counters on the shield. At the beginning of your upkeep, remove all delay counters from the delaying shield. For each delay counter removed, you lose a life unless you pay one. So this thing can't get counters, and then if you get dealt damage, the shield just takes it. 9 lives. It's a hexproof enchantment that's got cats on it, and it looks so cute. If a source would deal damage to you, put that many incarnation counters on it. When there are 9 or more of those incarnation counters, exile it. And then when it leaves the battlefield, you lose the game. Murray Cooper, not used to poison counters in the play group. It really does change the game dynamics. Yeah, man. Yeah, I had a tough time sort of adjusting to that. And like I got to retool my decks. I got a lot of work to do just to get some more interaction going, because if you don't have interaction for some of these things, it really makes you feel kind of like helpless when you're trying to play and you don't have interaction for those things. So maybe going into a strategy that addresses counters, not just like, let's say, not just get rid of having like not just going the wipe effect like board wipes or anything in just for dealing with creatures. Like my answer to creatures is just board wipes. What if your answer to creature is like, yeah, board wipes, removal, and like other creatures that can target it? So maybe that's a way we can work around with the counters. I get something to think about. Definitely changes the dynamic of the table. A card like a build around deck that includes a combo like this might slow down a poison counter player, where you can drop Solemnity on the battlefield, but combo is kind of weak, so you would need to have more than one combo to put online with it. Cheap pickups right now. Starscream, the power hungry, $2.19 and moving up. How you doing? This is the black transformer bot. More than meets the eye. Whenever you draw a card, if you're the monarch, target player loses 2 life. Nice. This one gets you the monarch. When one or more creatures deal combat damage to you, convert Starscream. Huh. Starscream was a lot more, but I guess this number 2 villain in the Transformers Decepticons is sort of falling out of favor. So $2.19, you can pick up a copy of Starscream with a raspy voice. I remember Starscream had this raspy voice in the cartoon. Shivan Devastator, $5 and slowly moving up. This X0. This is like a 1 mana X spell dragon. Pretty good card. It's a Hydra. What can I say? It's better than Shivan Dragon. I don't know. Except it doesn't have flying breathing, but it's got haste. So 1 mana. It's really good mythic. And the natural order for $11 in the full art version. Gonna have a little sip of coffee here. How you all doing? Thanks, Arjun, for hitting us up with another article, bringing some cards to our attention. Although we may have been discussing a few of those cards earlier on, there's some more interactions that we never even considered that we like to share here when we get the benefit of reading the article with you folks. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for joining us, talking about the Solemnity card. Everybody's working, hanging in there, working on some shorts today. I hope you have a safe drive out to the site, Murray, and I'll see you when you get back. Folks, I gotta tell you, it's time to run the list. We gotta do movers and the shakers here this morning. We do. What's it gonna be? Dust my eyes deceive me. Solar's working. Everybody's working. It's Monday. Brody's gonna have to get off his keister and do something. I'm gonna be here just past half the hour. We're gonna do a little bit of moving and shaking here this morning with you folks. Rock Trace Press Ivy spell the arena trend. I gotta check this out. What are we gonna run there? Let us know. We're doing a little moving and shaking here this morning. Gonna be, folks. We're gonna do Modern Monday. I'm gonna build myself a coffee. Let me know in the comment section. Should we run the Modern list? Today is statistically the least productive day of the year. Well, it's also International Clean Off Your Desk Day. Coach is in the house. Good morning, Coach. What are we going to do for the list? Moving and shaking here this morning. I think we got to hit Modern. Let's check out the Modern list. We got Mirror Superior on the top of the list here this morning. The movers in his Pioneer. Benson says Pioneer. Let's do Pioneer. Pioneer's a lot of fun, right? All right. I'm down. Rot Freeze. Let's do it. We're doing Pioneer here this morning. It's February 13th. It's the most unproductive day of the year. We're going to change all that because you're here. And we're checking out the movers and the shakers list. We're moving and shaking. It's Brody. Let's go. Let's get some bacon in the pan. Hold on. Let's ready to roll this list. Resplendent Angel. Wow, this card's right at the top today. It's really kicking it. Up 5%. This thing, if I had a copy of it, I was digging through my collection. I don't have it. It's played in mono white angels. This thing's $44. Tell me about it. This is Equity, Modern reprint Equity, even though it's good in Pioneer as well. The newer version, the Gen X version of Moderns. Coach, you're right. The Super Bowl needs to be on move to Sunday before President's Day. DJ says, always an awesome to see a workpiece place that's been posted a while. It always has boxes readily accessible. I don't want to talk about Mirror Superior. No. Oh no. Okay, we won't. Let's get out of here. Resplendent Angel, Dex using it. It's up $48. If I had it, I'd probably trade it. I couldn't hold on to this thing. It's hot, hot, hot. Selesnya Angels is using Giadaga, Font of Hope, Lysa, Shroud of Dust. I have some 2019 packs here. Maybe I should start opening them because, like, the price of these boxes is just insane, right? Oh, $44 for the Resplendent Angel, also at the top of the list. Here's another card that's $45, and another really good card from Amonkhet. Let's take a look here. You bet, Amonkhet. I want to see like the trend on this friend here. This sucker started out in war. It's $4 to $6, and it's like trucking along. Was higher in Strixhaven and is making a comeback. We're gonna see a reprint on this thing. Oh, $45. I know. I'm pretty sure I buy listed at least one copy, and this thing is just still going. If an effect would create one or more tokens under your control, it creates twice that many tokens instead. It's a doubling effect. Of course, decks using it is going to be like the tokens deck, right? Rin and Siri, all the commander sets. Rin and Siri, Inseparable, Edgar, Markov. I want to see the Rin and Siri. These two. Aw, the doggies. I like these two. Boom. Doggy. Whenever you cast a doggy, create a 1/1 cat. Whenever you cast a cat, create a 1/1 doggy. Rin and Seri Inseparable deals damage to target equal to the number of dogs you control. You gain life equal to the number of cats. What a friggin' cool card. Doggy, kitty, cat, dog, tribal. That's where we're running the Selesnya Enchantment, Anointed Procession. What a super, super cool commander. Dog and cat, these two are inseparable. Don't part with your copy of Anointed Procession if you want to play the Inseparable. And Neheb the Eternal, here's a card that's on Brody's. So it's in Brody's buy list. Here, I got it in here. Maybe I shouldn't trade it. I don't think I should. Murray was helping me out. I got a couple of... This is what we're doing. I got a buy list going. Like, I'm serious. I've been making this buy list. I don't just... It takes me a while to go through the buy lists. But that was one of the cards that... There's Fiery Emancipation... Neheb. I think I might just keep one Goblin Guide. Yeah, we got the Dread Horde Arcanist in there. This time has come. 2 copies. Maybe I should just keep one. But I'm pretty sure, yeah, the Goblin Guide. All the Bushwhacker stuff. Neheb. Dual caster mage. So we pulled it out. Neheb is out of the box. We're decided to keep it. Smurfolk Tribal. We're not buy listing Neheb. And good thing too, because now it's gone up. It's $27.89. Thanks, Murray, for the tip on Neheb. This mythic from Hour of Devastation. Hour of Devastation and Amonkhet really had some hits. What a sleeper set, becoming really good. Minotaur Tribal is something I know I'm going to want to build because I want to just ramp out some Minotaurs. I do. But it's one of those decks that I'm not sure when I'm going to build it. So just holding on to this card might be the thing to do. Got one copy of it myself. What do you say? Do you like Neheb? Seems okay. Changeling Tribal. Yo-Yo Investable. How you doing, Mythic? Investable. Deck's using it. Tolbrand, the Thrain of Fell. Of course, he's really good. Doubling damage. This is going to get nuts. With Neheb, right? Off the top, Rin and Seri. These two are awesome. They're number 4 on the list. That commander that we talked about, running with Anointed Procession. This must be like the most wholesome dog and cat couple out there. $28 in Core 21. The buy a box promo. I like this card. Playable in Pioneer, but it's really a commander card. 1v1. Joda the Unifier. Little Historic Brawl, Games Portal, a few things. I like this card. Rin and Seri. Neheb is an EDH bomb. Keep it. I should look to see if I have a copy of Rin and Seri. That seems like a fun deck to play. Dark Steel Forge, another $50. $50 bill. $44.38 for the Forge. We've seen it on the list a number of times, the Dark Steel Forge, making all your artifacts indestructible. It's definitely because of the mirror speculation. And then Brimaz, the king of the Oreos. This is a cat. This is 15 bucks now. It's really going up. Is it? East to west. Let's see. It's a card, I think. Yeah, I guess it was more. I would have bought into this when it was expensive. If you ever wanted to play Cat Tribal, this is a card that you would definitely want to put in there. Rennet Series plays it. Let's take a look at the Rabo, Roar of the World. This is another Cat Mander. Running it with the cats. A Rabo, Roar of the World. I think you can throw some swords in there too. Cats and swords. Here we go. Arabozo. Making Biraz, King of the Oreos, a winner today on the movers and the shakers this morning. Top losers, look at the monster, this thing, Vorinclex. It's up on the top of the list, and we talked about it once last week. This thing is seeing 60 bucks. I said it last week, it's the Carnage Tyrant of the set. It's in rotation right now. It's playable in Pioneer. It's 6 mana. It's situationally good. Oh god, it's just hanging out at the $60 mark. Isn't that funny? Rudy did a video on that. The Vorinclex. He's seeing lots of attention. I love it. Thoughtseize. Just plain old Thoughtseize from Theros, I guess, eh? Plain old Thoughtseize from Theros. An invasive card that just gets you into your opponent's hand, right? Rennet Series currently available in the Secret Lair. That would be a decent Secret Lair, I suppose. I don't want to get caught saying that, but I do like the card. Basic Thoughtseize. What are the cheaper versions? Amoket Invocation, currently one of the most expensive ones, or you get the Lauren foil with the creepy little fairy going into somebody's ear. Incredible reprint. Seen play and reprinting and double masters in Modern. Yeah, decks using it. Rakdos, yes, the Rakdos mid-range deck in Modern. Modern staple. Even Legacy too, right? Death Shadow and Reanimator. I wonder what's the Death Shadow deck looking like. What are they running? Ponder, Reanimate. What are we reanimating? Stubborn Denial, Thoughtseize, Daze, Hymn to Torak. The Gurmagi boy. Straight up Legacy Death Shadow, right? Thoughtseize, 15 bucks here. The Chain Veil. Here's a card that combos with Teferi. I just want to take another look here, because we got 2 lands, Breeding Pool and the Zagoth Treelm. Unfortunately, I didn't open enough at Vicoria to get a substantial amount of Treelms. These are really good. And looking back, I should have bought more of them when they were around. I should have bought just all of them. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. When they were around 3 to 4 to 6 bucks. They're going to keep going up. I think they're really good. The Triomes. If you see one of them on the list here, I think it kind of means all of them. I, in fact, need a few of them for some decks. Spiral Bluff Canal and a couple of other lands hitting the downside today. Treasure Ball. Sword of the Animist. I like it. Weekly change. We got Vorinclex, Forge, Resplendent Angel, Sigarda's Aid. Yeah, of course Sigarda's Aid. This goes in the Hammer Time decks. 10 bucks. You may cast an aura or enchantment spells as though they had flash. Whenever equipment enters the battlefield under your control, attach it to target creature you control. Definitely another good card. And Fiery Mashed Potatoes, Fiery Emancipation is also on the list there. Well, there you have it, folks. That is the Pioneer list. Half past the hour, Brody's on with the show. I got a roll, but before I do, I'm just going to take a look at the all list to see any of these big money things hitting the board. Oh, what's this? Sliver Queen Broodmother? Oh, this is from the Vanguard set. Yes. I like the Urza in that one. Well, it's Freya. It's Brody. Who would you rather wake up next to, Vorinclex or Neheb? I'll take Neheb, I guess. Neither. Scrubland, Bizarre, Broodmother. I like these Vanguard cards. Pretty cool. Lady of Moore is seeing a kick up in price. Look at this one. My time is up, folks, and you know what that means. Time to take a look at the comments here with you folks. The cops are at the door. Why is Zodiac Monkey on the list? Where do you see Zodiac Monkey? Oh, Zodiac Monkey. It's a loser. It's Forest Walk. That monkey's got Forest Walk. That's why. Woke up late for class. Sorry, Brody. Woke up quick at about noon. Just thought me and Tom Mitchell had to be on the air soon. Morning, Tom. It's all good. Glad to have you here. We're just checking the comment section, getting ready to roll. Howdy here from the Vanguard. I like the Mythic Hunter. I like the Epic logo. Makes me want to hunt down some mythics. Sorry, you were talking about National Clear Off Your Desk Day. Yes, it's on a calendar downstairs. We have the National Clear Off Your Desk Day and a bunch of other ones listed on there. I thought it was cute. Oh, Mirror Superior and buy listed 8 copies. Oh no, sorry, man. That might be going a little hard on the Superior buy list. Spend only mana to produce by creatures to cast Mirror Superior. Yeah, I always get nervous by putting all the copies in a box. Maybe just see, I'm starting to get a little better. At least keep one of the Nehebs. If you only have one, keep it, right? I don't want to talk about it either. It's Monday, it's February 13th. Just hanging out with you folks here this morning, starting my work week. It's going to be great. We'll talk to you folks soon. We'll see you tomorrow. If you want to check the prices of Magic cards, let me do it for you. I'm doing it each and every day, Monday through Friday, here on the morning show. Have a cup of coffee with Bro. We'll talk to you folks soon. Solar. I gotta work on some shorts. Nickel Superbacker. Cops are at the door. We gotta roll. They don't want us talking about Vorinclex and all these other cards that are going up in value. We'll try shut that down.